Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to BreatheElegance Heart Talk. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, it's always good to have you. And welcome, especially to this new series, Under Fire with Jessica. Here we have real hits, real questions, and real people under fire. Today we have an amazing guest, a beautiful woman, a friend, a sister, and today she has agreed graciously to be put under fire. We'll be talking about relationship. You know, this channel is about relationship, lifestyle. So today's topic is, before I do, identifying Mr. Right. And before we go into the questions and the hits, I will allow our guest to tell us a bit about herself before we go on. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That is me.
All right.
So I'm Esther Iyare Miller, businesswoman, a humanitarian, and a thespian. Meaning, I studied theatre so that means I'm a mother of two children, boy and girl. So that's a little bit about myself.
We appreciate that. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And she is also a host, an MC. She's an amazing personality. Anyway, we'll be going into the hits. And we have different levels of heat here. We have the spicy, we have the fiery, and we have the inferno. You can imagine. So the heat level determines the intensity of the questions under this particular topic. So we're going to be starting with the mild one, the spicy. Ma'am, can you take a bite? Okay. It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, our first question. Yes. Like I said, the topic is before I do identifying Mr. Right. So, before you got married, what qualities did you think defined your Mr. Right? And how many of them actually mattered in the end?
Okay. I would say one of the qualities I really wanted my spouse was, I wanted a kind person. I was very particular about it because when you get married to a kind person, there are a lot of things that you don't have to go through. The person will be protected through some kind of situation. So that was one of the things I really wanted in my spouse. So what's the next one?
What's, out of all the qualities, which one actually mattered when you got into the marriage?
Kindness, very important, because a kind person will treat you right. A kind person will ask how your day went. A lot of things just boil down to a kind person. So that's stuck out for me.
So in the marriage?
Yes, in marriage, it matters a lot.
Thank you very much. You can remember it,
On the spicy.
yeah, spicy. Let's say spicy.
Okay.
We're warming up gently. Okay. Oh no. Lesson learned. It was too mild, eh? Our second question. Looking back, were there any traits you once ignored that now you realize were very important?
Yes, there were some tricks. Like, no, really before. I just felt that, okay, I can cope with it. I'm a very outspoken person, so most of the time I like my spouse to be the same, like vibe for vibe. And right from time, he has been the kind of person that not necessarily keeps to himself, but doesn't want to be the engaged as my own. That's what I would want. Exactly. But I now discovered I ignored it when waiting. Maybe I wanted magic to happen before marriage will really happen. So I think that's one of the traits that I'm still struggling with to adjust to. Yes. This year.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you look beautiful. One of two. 4 years in marriage. It's not like one single babe like that. She's married. She's married.
Very married.
Very married. Alright, our last question on the spicy. What's one thing single women focus on that you believe is overly or completely overrated?
There's this fantasy we have when we're single that everything goes smoothly, expectations of how it will go, you wake up in the morning, breakfast in bed.
Okay. All right.
Breakfast in bed, all those kind of things. We have those kind of expectations and we create it in our head, and by the time you now get into marriage, you discover that it's not actually so. There are days where you just want to strangle your spouse. There are days where you just want to go outside and say, okay, I just want to be on my own. So I think we have too many expectations as singles of how a marriage should be. I think it's movies we are watching. So yeah, we just create this thing in our head. Yes, marriage is peaceful. Marriage is to be enjoyable. They don't have those kind of expectations because I think you now get in and it's not listening to your expectations. You start throwing tantrums and getting and that's why you see people start fighting unnecessarily because of the expectations we have created already before everything. So for women, singles, don't create any fantasy of breakfast in bed. Maybe once in a while, but don't have the expectation that that's how it's going to be.
And sometimes maybe they're not very realistic.
Yeah,
like breakfast in bed. He's preparing to go to work. You're preparing to go to work. How do you want to have breakfast in bed?
Maybe you wake up by 4 and make breakfast for you. Or orders it.
Alright, thank you very much. So let's keep our expectations realistic.
Yes, very realistic.
Okay, thank you very much. Alright, we'll be moving on to the fairy, which is a higher level of intensity.
Okay.
And the questions will also reflect the intensity of the hits. Okay. Now, let's take a bite.
Which of them is the fairy?
Mrs. Fairy.
Okay.
Yes. This lady, do you eat, I don't know, do you eat volcano for breakfast?
You prepare my food.
Okay.
Nobody can eat this in my house. I have to sprinkle it.
Oh no, next time you're coming as a guest, I will remember that. Yours will start from the new friend. That will be your spicy. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that. Alright. What red flags did you see that convinced yourself we're not serious?
For me, my red flag was someone that's unkind, violent, aggressive, stingy. Okay. Emphasis on stingy.
Okay.
Someone that, just like I said, being kind just encompasses everything, like it's everything, you know. So those were red flags and behaviors, and it was little things I looked out for. So I didn't really see those red flags. I tried to look for them genuinely. I looked for them for a very long time because I was one of the persons that when you talk about marriage, I used to have types. I didn't really, marriage was one thing for me. I couldn't picture myself being married. I never have. I didn't fantasize about it, so it was scary for me. So everything I was looking for, I kept on looking for, waiting for the red flag or something bad to happen. But it didn't show. I even did some things that would make red flag to come. It didn't come. So I didn't really pick out any red flag during the relationship. I'm still trying to think. When it came to family, there were disagreements at the points, but it was not really a red flag because for him, he takes charge when it comes to his family.
Wow.
So
that's a green flag.
Yes, a green flag. He takes charge, and if he doesn't, he's not comfortable with things. He tells me, don't talk to my wife about this. So that made me comfortable. That made me safe. Okay. So I didn't really see any red flag. Maybe I looked for me.
No, it's okay. Because it shows that on his own, he has been working on himself also.
Yeah.
So we thank God for that. Okay. Second question, did love make you overlook compatibility issues that later became obvious?
The thing is that it was not love at first sight. No, love is not right for me. My love have 3 eyes. 2 here, 1 at back. Okay. So for me, it was not love at first sight. So I had a clear mind. It took me a while to fall in love, almost a year to fall in love with my husband. So it was not, I could discern what I wanted. So it was not a rush for me.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Can you hear that? If you're single, alright. I don't need to repeat it. Was there a moment before the wedding when you doubted if he was truly Mr. Right?
Yes.
And what did you do with that doubt?
Yes. There were some moments, yes. It was as if just the way we talked about a lot of people have talked about the fighting marriage. Yeah? When it was close to the wedding, different things started coming up that were not supposed to come up. We started having unnecessary arguments, fights, and all of those. As in, it was a crazy period. There were times where I was like, I'm tired. I think the week of my wedding, I think it was Wednesday. I was getting married on Saturday. I told my parents I'm not making it. Like I don't even know what was going on that period. God bless my mom, so she's a very prayerful woman. And that night she took her time and prayed. By morning, every doubt I had cleared off. She encouraged me, she spoke to me, and later on, even the night before my wedding, there was a huge fight that would have caused trouble the wedding morning. But how me and my husband stayed sane. He told me, he said, yes, because sometimes wedding will push you to go insane. Yes, it does. My husband told me something. We are getting married. It's 2 of us together against the world. That night, we stayed in the same hotel, but different wings of the hotel. And we came together and we spoke that night. And he said, when we together, 2 of us, so no don't let anything sway you. If I say encourage me, I was fine. At 7 a.m. I was dressed, made up, fully made up, ready to go down the aisle.
I love that. Okay, thank you. Last question. If you met your husband today as the woman you are now, would you still choose him?
Yes.
Why or why not?
I will still choose him 100 times. He's a man. Always say that. He completes me. And he says that it's not as if we're perfect couple. We still have our quarrels and disagreements, but the way he handles the disagreement sometimes just makes me know that he loves me. You know, there's a way someone treats you and you know it's love without words. With unspoken love, that's it. Yes, as women, we want to hear him tell us that he loves us, but at the same time, when he does some of these things,
actions
just speak so loud, and I just sit down and like, okay, I will choose this man 800 times. Then I had a problem with guys that were not consistent, like maybe mistakenly you're holding his phone, the girl is chatting with him, and all. My husband was not approaching. I'm very sorry to say, he was not the kind of person that was very friendly with male of him. So those, I didn't see any of those things, even with the 3 years, almost 3 years we dated. I didn't see any of those. I was waiting for him to drop it on, like something terrible, and I didn't see any of it. So I've chosen him 100 times. He's kind, interesting. He's my buddy.
I'm sure he sees this video. Mr. Miller. Okay, ma'am, you're able to escape this. Person it wasn't hot enough.
Okay,
Can we move on to the real hits now?
Okay.
Now we're moving on to the inferno. The questions with the highest intensity. Let's see if she can endure.
You're still coming up.
Okay.
You're still coming up.
Okay, no problem.
I'm not going to ask for water yet.
Oh, lesson learned. Okay, there is the fridge is you don't, they're not perfect.
No, I'm not.
Okay. What truth about marriage do single women refuse to accept when searching for Mr. Right?
That you will walk. There is work. It's not all butterflies all the time. As much as we want it to be, it's not all fantasy all the time. Yes, we place for work, and we don't want to work. That's why you see a lot of divorce happening, because you just feel that it still boils down to expectation. People have too many expectations on what a marriage will be like. You look at other people's relationship, you don't ask what is going on in their homes. You just assume and picture, okay, my home should be like this. See, let me tell you something. Social media is not the highest level. It has the highest level of deception.
Yes. Oh, very true.
They just show you what you need to see.
Not the truth.
You don't want to work. You don't want to. You will cook. You will clean at the time. Even if you want to have help. As you may have help. When you don't have the child, you have no one that can take care of that child, because you will breastfeed. Even if you have helps, you see breastfeed, you see extra. There are a lot of things involved. Some people don't want to work, but they want a perfect home. Or they want a good home. So drop that fantasy. You will work. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Was there any advice you were given that you refused to accept until you found out the truth in life?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
There's my advice I refuse to agree on. I don't believe in joint account. Never have.
Okay.
So we don't still do joint account, but at the same time, there were some things we didn't talk about when it comes to money. So I think someone advised me once, was like, extra the money is your money. Try as much as possible to always have backup. Like, not because you want to run away from the married, but as a woman, always have backup, always have savings for yourself, so that you can assist. Don't be a liability. At that point in time, the advice was a bad advice. I was like, let me see that. I will give my husband, I will need to give me money. But at the point in time later, it's not as if he stopped giving me money or anything, but I just understood where she was coming from. So yes, there are advices that I wanted,
because there are needs that you need to meet.
Yeah,
without asking him. So if you submit everything to him, you need to go back to ask.
Yes.
So even if it's an emergency, you'll not be able to fulfill it.
So now I understood where she was coming from. Because my husband travels. Imagine if he travels, no network, carry ship, and I need distracted. So just, you have to wait there.
Alright. Please. You still know. Let's take a look. It's coming up. If you could speak to your single self on the week before your wedding, what warning would you give her?
They hear what?
Okay. Give us a context.
So I can be pretty stubborn. I have to do what I want to do at a particular time. I need to bad, they're walking into my own way. So I'll tell myself, because I don't really understand what it means 100% to submit. That's why I don't understand it, but I'm not getting why 100%.
They're all getting.
Yes, they're all getting there. So I'll tell myself, yeah, what? If they tell you this, sometimes actually listen. Because in this period that we're married, it's hard sometimes when I listen, it actually makes a lot of sense. So I just tell my husband in recent times, yeah, I'm humble, I'm submissive, like I'm a baby girl, like anything you want, you'll get. Yeah. Because you will get more benefits when you're humble.
You do.
When you're submissive. And when you need submissive, they don't say you should come and use your tongue to play ground, but please, like,
You need that to serve food.
no, that's what I'll eat.
How many people does it?
It means that be respectful. I know that sometimes as women we can go above, especially with our voices sometimes when we are talking. We are not actually shouting at you, but we're just trying to make a point with emphasis and our emotions. And it sounds as if we're disrespecting. And men understand disrespect as different things. Some men, if you don't cook for them, they feel disrespected. Some, if you don't talk to them in a particular way, they feel disrespected. So just understand what your spouse sees as disrespect. So for me, I want myself to get what. So it's now I'm money myself. So I'm hearing what now.
Alright. Thank you very much. Oh, I put something there.
I'm looking for the people.
You want what now? You sure? Was there any woman or lady or sister that you did not want to come near your fiancé when you got married?
No.
Okay. There was somebody that was suspicious character.
My husband will not give that chance. Have any suspicious character.
But not him now. You, was there anybody that gave you second thought when you came to me?
Not at all. it was so smooth that it was almost not too good to that kind of setting. There was nobody. And me as a person, I'm not really, how do I put it? I'm not insecure.
So you're not hiding from them?
No, not at all. Like, I'm not a very insecure person. I think there was only a time when, I think before we started dating, there was a particular girl rejected about. And me, I was trying to see how we combine them together. So as much as possible, I believe in what God has assigned for me is one. There's something my mom taught us. I think there was one woman trying to talk to my mom. Telling her that I'll take your husband from you, this kind of thing. She was laughing. She said, I didn't take him from someone, so you can't take him from me. So I've always had that mentality that what God has assigned to me is mine. There's no need for me to fight about it. Yes, I pray over my husband, but there's no need to actually fight about it. So there was no person in the picture.
Thank you. Ma'am? Okay. I've learned. I've learned. Lesson learned. I'm taking notes. Mental notes. Okay, last question. Did you marry the right man?
Yes.
Or did you both grow to become right for each other?
That's a very complicated question.
But you, is it right on the wedding day? Or did you adjust and became right for each other over time?
I think we're right for each other. And I don't really believe there's one particular person right for you in the universe. They're just like you said, right people. We were right for each other. From the time I learned to, I fell in love with him at a point. I just knew that he was the right person. And there's one thing about me, when I pray about something and I have this peace in my mind, in my heart, that's the end. I know God has answered me. There's no need, but when I'm strong, that's when I know there's something wrong. Immediately I decided to pray about my husband. I had this peace. And the same thing with my mom. Immediately, you know what that's going to ask for his name, his name, everything. And immediately she prayed about it. It was, in fact, she didn't have any problem, she didn't have any doubt. So he was right. From the beginning, we were right for each other. I was right for him, he was right for me.
Thank you very much. Alright, thanks for being with us so far. This is Under Fire with Jessica, where the heat starts the discussion and the truth continues it. And our guest, Mrs Esther Miller, has been an amazing guest. And we have been through 3 levels of heat. And she has been calm. She did not ask for any drink. She did not ask for water. She has been calm.
You like it?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any last words for the single ladies that are watching?
I would say keep an open mind. Not that you don't have expectations, but limit your expectation. Come in with an open mind. Learn to love each other. Learn to grow with each other. Don't put watch a bunch of movies really line and say, if he doesn't give me this also amount every month, no, I'm falling love with you, I will do this. You have expectation, but limit your expectation. Come with an open mind, love each other with everything you have, and just let it flow naturally. Don't choke each other, don't put a benchmark and say, if you don't provide this for me, this will not happen. No, don't do that. Don't give ultimatums, nothing. Just come in. And I know that your marriage will be peaceful.
Thank you very much. And we have learned from our guest today that finding Mr. Right is not just about the fantasy, it's not about the butterflies. It's about stability, it's about the muscles, it's about kindness. She mentioned that several times, and I have to affirm that. And I'm sure that married people, those who are happily married, will also testify that kindness plays a very important role. So please be patient while you are waiting for Mr. Right, because it is always worth the wait. Yes, it is. It is worth the wait. Thank you. This is Under Fire with Jessica. Real questions, real hits, and real people. Until next time, God bless you.